Morning. Well, it's about afternoon now. Um, got home late last night from Colorado. Got up a couple hours. I got up about 8 o'clock or so this morning. Um, Sleeping hard. I had a hard day's driving yesterday through a lot of weather. And I come back out into the shop and I'm experimenting around with putting some sandpaper on a blade. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, so that I could sand into all the little nooks and crannies and crevices of this Jesus fish that I'm building. I'm not sure which side shows up straight for y'all, so I just do it both ways. Um, I got to thinking while I was sitting over here scroll sawing, I saw somebody the other day, one of those internet celebrities that usually does marital humor stuff, and he was telling a story about God decided one time to make David a king. And what's the first thing that he gave David? Was it a crown? No. Uh, he found him taking care of sheep and then gave him a giant to slay. And David went on to conquer the giant. And for those of you that know your Bible, know the story that there's a whole lot of stuff about how he became king. But God gave us giants, and the giants are what makes us. And also, I noticed while I was sitting down here sanding on this guy that no matter how hard I try, there's going to be imperfections in this piece that I'm going to know are there. This is not punched out from a factory. This is done with a saw and sandpaper and files and wood rasp, and that there's imperfections in this thing. And I was sitting down here on one particular imperfection in this thing, trying to work it out and just, sit down there and fiddle with it and keep it going. And, you know, part of woodwork is having soul and knowing how the grain works, and just getting a gut feeling for what the wood is doing, and embracing the fact that it's not going to do what you want to do. Maybe there's a giant there. Maybe that's the thing. It's what we didn't accomplish that makes it that much more pretty. It's what we didn't sand out. It's what we couldn't sand out that makes it that much prettier, because it's, number one, it's unique. Uh, Number two, you worked on it, but it's still there. Um, Sometimes scars are a beautiful thing, and that's kind of the thought I'm trying to keep in my head today. The battles wear us down, but they give us experience and patience, hopefully, beauty. And I'm also comforted by the fact that God called each of us to do something. Not sure what that is in my case, but He called each of us to do something, and He also factored in my own stupidity. I take a little bit of comfort in that. That's really cool.